All right, guys, it's Sunday, December the 28th. I am Brutus J, and this is the Brutus J podcast. And it looks like Christmas has passed us by, and we are looking forward to the new year, 2026. And guys, guess what? We have a special guest today. We're going big time. We have Central High School out of Georgia, Mr. Jonaz Walton joining the show today. He is a Notre Dame commit running back, and he is big time. And I promise you guys, we will have athletes on this show as soon as high school football season ended, and so far, that promise is coming through, and we're going to talk about that and much more. So, hey, let's talk about it. All right, guys, as I said, this is Brutus J, and this is the Brutus J podcast. And guys, every time I do an interview, I love starting my show off with a bang. So with that being said, we're going to jump into this interview with Mr. Jonaz Walton. He is a Notre Dame University running back commit out of Central of Carrollton, Georgia. I enjoyed this young man, very intelligent, very smart. So you guys sit back, enjoy this interview, and once it's over, when you get back, we're going to talk NFL, college. We're going to talk a lot of these bowl games, some college men's basketball, some women's basketball, you know, everything that we love to talk about on this Sunday as we recap the sports weekend. Until then, let's get to this interview. All right, it's the Brutus J podcast, and of course, I am Brutus J, and today we have a special guest. We have Central High School's own Jonaz Walton, big-time running back, Central Carrollton in Georgia, and I am a Central alum, and I am proud to have Mr. Jonaz Walton on the show today. How you doing, Jonaz?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, man, hey, it's a pleasure to have you on this show, man. You know, hey, I've been watching and paying attention to you all year, and you are big time, buddy. You are really big time. So how's the recruiting trail going?
It's been great. I'm glad it kind of ended in May. It's like, as if you're getting recruited, you know how stressful it is. You know how many things you have to like factor in, picking the right school, because you don't want to pick the wrong one because you're stuck there for 4 years. I know the transfer portal was a big thing, but it's dangerous jumping into it sometimes. So it's stressful, but I'm glad it's over. I got to experience a lot of new things. I got to go to places I've never been before, places I probably wouldn't have gone without it. So I'm so blessed to be able to be recruited, but I'm glad to be committed to such a great school in Notre Dame.
Hey, man, I know Marcus Freeman is going to be proud to welcome you in that backfield because, you know, the school you're going to, from Rocket Ishmael to Jerome Bettis, Jeremiah Love, I mean, a lot of talent has came out of that backfield at Notre Dame. So I'm pretty sure Marcus Freeman is very proud to welcome you at Notre Dame. So what separated Notre Dame from other schools?
I mean, one of my main things was their academics. Like, they're one of the best schools in the country academically. They're top 20. Only school that was recruiting me above them was Stanford. And Notre Dame's they're a lot better at football than Stanford. And then at that point it got to the coaches. Coach Freeman and Coach Scheider, my running back coach, they're my favorite coaches at those positions by far. I met a lot, but none really come close, just being so genuine. You know that you're going to someone that you're going to be protected, that they want the best for you. And you can see that when you're talking to them. So those two things, and then just when I was at Notre Dame, you could just see how special it is. You can't really describe it unless you go, and it's totally different than any other school that I've ever been to. And I felt amazing there, so I just knew that was the place I needed to be the second I got on campus.
Hey, I can agree with you. And especially Marcus Freeman. Marcus Freeman, as you can see, I'm an LSU Tiger fan. There's a lot of LSU people who wanted Marcus Freeman. Marcus Freeman is a phenomenal head coach. He's wanted by a lot of people, and obviously he chose to stay at Notre Dame, and I don't blame him because, you know, Notre Dame is a very traditional, historic college. So, you know, I think it's a phenomenal choice. So you did really, really good at that. All right, so being at Central High School, again, I am an alum there, and I love my Central Lions. I've seen a lot of great running backs come through Central, and I told you, you one of the best I done seen. So my question to you is, how do you want your legacy to be remembered at Central High School?
I mean, obviously wanted to be positive. I want to be that he was a great football player, but I also want to be that he was a great student, a great person. And I think I represented that pretty well. I think if you ask a lot of teachers and coaches, I try to be positive. I would never want to get in trouble, or I always kind of want to listen what they told me to do. So I think that's what my legacy want to be. I want to be someone that's positive, like a role model for younger kids. That's just like kind of the exemplar student, the perfect student, even though no one's perfect. Someone good, a good role model. That's what I want my legacy to be there.
I love that. I love that. And another thing I can say is Coach Uma Brown did a great job, with you guys this year. Great season for the Central Lions. But I feel like Coach Uma Brown, I'm gonna just say this right here. Uma Brown is when I tell you a phenomenal coach. I love watching his interviews at the end of games when they talk to him. Whether it's win or loss, he always has something positive to say, and I really admire the job he's done at Central. So, for a lot of people who don't know, Jonaz has a brother named Jonaz Walton. Soon I, be able to interview him. And Jonaz is a sophomore, a rising junior. He's about to be a junior. Has a ton of offers. He's looking exactly like his brother. So, Jonaz, my question to you is, what kind of advice would you love to give your brother going forward?
I would probably just say just to take it slow, kind of enjoy all the moments. It's normal to hear that senior year comes fast and it's over quick, and now you're here. I mean, it really is. But just enjoy the moments, and that like not everything's not as serious as it is. So just have fun. Just don't take things to heart. Just have fun, enjoy what you're doing, and then you won't look back with regret. You'll look back and just you look at the memories and you'll smile and you'll laugh, and you just know that you spent those moments doing the best you could whenever you could.
Hey man, you can't get any better advice than that. That is awesome, real awesome to hear. All right, so finally, my last question to you, Jonaz. Being that you're going to Notre Dame, tell everybody, at Notre Dame University, what is it to expect from you once you arrive on campus?
I think they should expect a great athlete. I feel like I can do a lot. I don't want to talk too much of myself, but I feel like I can fit into any scheme that they throw our way. And I picked Notre Dame because of the schemes they run. They run the ball a lot. They feature the running back a lot, like Jeremiah Love, Jadarian Price, both top running backs in the draft. So you can see that that's also a major reason I went there, but also that they're getting a great student and a great teammate. Again, just trying to carry the positivity with me, try to uplift people as much as I can. So a great person, a great student, and a great athlete.
So I'm gonna tell you this right here. Of course, I got a podcast. Every time I cover Notre Dame, I got this thing about Notre Dame, especially Jeremiah Love. Well, I say Jeremiah Love every time Notre Dame play. I look forward to Jeremiah Love running, 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 and running. So I'm gonna tell you something. When you get to Notre Dame, when you get established, be ready to hear that because I'm gonna be saying Jonaz every time he get the ball, he run, run, and runs. We are looking forward to seeing you at Notre Dame because we know the future is very bright for you. And one other thing I love to tell all of my students heading into college, always remember, Jonaz, academics is more important than anything, but I'm pretty sure you know that because I know what that GPA is in high school. I've been paying attention to that. So you keep that work up going forward. And man, I got to tell you, I thank you so much. It's a blessing to have you on the Brutus J podcast. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, we'll be looking forward to hearing more from you, Jonaz. Have a good one.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, how about that interview? That was a real good interview by a very smart and intelligent young man. Thank you so much, Mr. Jonaz Walton, as well as to his parents, because as I always say, if it wasn't for the parents, you wouldn't see these kids in front of their computer talking to me. So shout out to the parents of Mr. Jonaz Walton for allowing that interview to be conducted. All right, guys, I got to tell you, hey, it's been a fantastic weekend, and these bowl games have started, and some of them, I can't even pronounce. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I can't even pronounce some of these bowl games. Some people want bowl games to go away, but guess what? As long as there's money to be made, they're not going anywhere. So you just bear with me. We're gonna do the best we can to get through some of these bowl games because they're different dates and they're all over the place. And we're gonna start off with Boise State against Washington. Also, Jack State faced Troy in the Salute the Veterans Bowl, where Jack State defeated Troy by the score of 17-13. Wednesday, December the 17th, this has been a while back. We're going to go over all these bowl games so far, y'all. Old Dominion defeated South Florida by the score of 24-10. Also, Delaware and Louisiana faced off in the Ventura Bowl, where Delaware defeated Louisiana by the score of 20. Arkansas and Missouri State faced off in the Xbox Bowl, where Arkansas State defeated Missouri State 34-28. Kennesaw State faced Western Michigan in the Myrtle Beach Bowl, and Western Michigan all over Kennesaw State by the score of 41-6. Kennesaw State, that's in my backyard, folks. NC State and Memphis faced off in the Union Home Mortgage Bowl. NC State won this game by the score of 31-7. All right. Washington State and Utah State faced off in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, where Washington State defeated Utah State by the score of 34-21. Also, the Bush-Boca Raton Bowl, Louisville and Toledo faced off, where Louisville won this game by the score of 27-22. Western Kentucky faced Southern Miss in the New Orleans Bowl, where Western Kentucky won this game by the score of 27-16. In the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl, Ohio defeated UNLV by the score of 17-10. Also, Wednesday, December the 24th, Hawaii and California faced off in the Sheraton Hawaii Bowl, where Hawaii won this game by the score of 35-31. Friday, the day after Christmas, you had Northwestern against Central Michigan in the Game Above Sports Bowl by the score of 34-7. Minnesota defeated New Mexico 20-17 in the Rate Bowl. UTSA faced off against FIU in the ServPro First Responder Bowl, and UTSA won this game by the score of 57-20. And last night, LSU Tigers were defeated in the Kinder's Texas Bowl by the score of 38-35. Also in the Pop-Tart Bowl, I watched this Pop-Tart Bowl, man, the way they had that field, oh my God, it looked like a Pop-Tart. That's exactly what it looked like. Sprinkles all over the place. I mean, it was nice to see. BYU defeated Georgia Tech by the score of 25-21. Also, in the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl, Virginia defeated Missouri by the score of 13-7. North Texas defeated San Diego State 40-47 in the New Mexico Bowl. East Carolina and Pitt faced off in the Go Bowl and Military Bowl, where East Carolina defeated Pitt by the score of 23-17. And a great game between two good traditions. Penn State defeated Clemson by the score of 22-10 in the Bad Boy Moores Pinstripe Bowl. Man, what in the world has happened with Clemson? A lot of questions to be answered with Dabo and company, but we shall see. UConn and Army faced off in the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Army defeated UConn by the score of 41-16. Fresno State faced Miami of Ohio in the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. I knew it was a Snoop Dogg Bowl out there. How about that? Fresno State defeated Miami of Ohio by the score of 18-3. More bowl games to come, as you got Georgia Southern will face App State in the Birmingham Bowl Monday on the 29th. Also, Tuesday's games, you got Coastal Carolina against Louisiana Tech in the Independence Bowl, and Illinois are playing in the Mute. And USC versus TCU in the Valerio Alamo Bowl. And Wednesday's games, of course, you got Iowa and Vanderbilt in the ReliaQuest Bowl, and Arizona State goes against Duke in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, and Michigan and Texas face off in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, which takes place on Wednesday as well, and Nebraska versus Utah in the Las Vegas Bowl. And as we get to the big games, folks, me against Ohio State in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl. Hey, there's a lot of people out there hoping that Miami going to win this game. I know the last game Miami had against Texas A&M, I said this right here. I said, hey, if Carson Beck has not a C game, not a B game, but an A game, Miami will win this game. Guess what? He didn't have an A game. He had I would give it probably a D. But that Miami defense in that running game came through. They didn't need Carson Beck. He had a few key moments, but Miami looked good in that victory against Texas A&M. But guess what, folks? It all comes to an end against Ohio State. I don't want to hear nothing about what happened over 20 years ago. That's over and done with. In the world of NIL, things are totally different. Give me Ohio State in this game. Ohio State is favored in this game, believe it or not, by 9.5 in this game. Give me Ohio State. Oregon and Texas Tech play in the Capital One Orange Bowl. Give me Texas Tech. I've said it and I say it again. Texas Tech is the most balanced team left in the playoffs. So give me Texas Tech to win this game against Oregon. Alabama and Indiana in the Rose Bowl. It's been a lot of talk by a lot of Indiana fans. They've been hiding, for about 60. They started relevancy, last year, and this their second year in a row looking good. And I'm hearing talk that it's changing of the guard. I don't think so, folks. It's a little too early for that. Give me Alabama in this game. I said Alabama will go on a roll before they face Oklahoma, and I think they continue to go on a roll against Indiana. Give me Alabama in this game. The spread in this game is Indiana by 6.5. I'm taking Bama. Ole Miss and Georgia play in the Sugar Bowl. I'm taking Georgia in this game. I hear all the rumors about, every time it's a rematch, if they face off in the Sugar Bowl, the team that previously lost always win. But guess what? Just like I said with the Ohio State and Miami, in the world of NIL, all that don't matter no more. Give me the dogs in this game. I got Georgia winning. The spread in this game is Georgia minus 6.5. And soon as Ole Miss lose this game, I'm predicting this. It's going to be a lot of players from Ole Miss that are going to leave. Some are going to go to LSU. You also going to have players from LSU that's going to go to Ole Miss. For some reason, that's how it's been going. I guess, Ole Miss is saying to themselves, hey, they took our coach. We're going to try to take some of their players and recruit in their state. Some of their coaches they're taking and going to try to recruit in their state. But we're going to see how that goes with Ole Miss. All right. Let's get to some NFL. Guys, there's been some great NFL games that happened today with some playoff implications. Steelers were defeated by the Browns 13-6. Man, Mike Tomlin better be careful. They have they have a game next week against Baltimore to decide the AFC North. All I can say is this right here. Steelers better win this game because I'm hearing rumors about Mike Tomlin, and I hope they aren't true. I mean, he's been with the Steelers a long time, very loyal franchise. Who knows where it goes from there if the Steelers lose this game. But let's talk about some of these stats here. Aaron Rodgers was 21 of 39, 168 yards. Got to do better, Aaron. I get it. Cleveland has a solid defense, but, around this time, you got to ball. You got to ball. These games have something to do with seedings, all kind of playoff implications. So Aaron got to pick it up. He's a veteran guy. He knows what he got to do. Shedeur Sanders, 17 of 23, 186 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. The 2 interceptions, I get it, but hey, it's a victory over a playoff team. People going to say what they got to say, but Cleveland won this game. I think going forward, things are looking good. He's making rookie mistakes that the average rookie make. Heck, I can remember when Peyton Manning played with the Indianapolis Colts. The amount of interception this man threw in his rookie year, I mean, it's no different. So, I think, Cleveland going forward the future's looking bright. So Cleveland, I think you have a quarterback. All right, Patriots defeated the Jets 42-10. How about them Patriots in the Fighting Drake Mays? Drake May, let's talk about his stats. Drake May was 19 of 21, 256 yards, 5 touchdown passes, folks. 5 touchdown passes. So shout out to the Patriots. Y'all know I love me some Drake May. All right. Not even worth going over the Jets stats. The Jets season pretty much is over with. You already know what they're planning on doing. They want that top 3 draft pick, and guess what? They're gonna get it. Saints defeated the Titans by the score of 34-26. You can say what you want about the Saints, but these past few weeks, the Saints have been playing solid football. Yep, they really have. They're 6-10 on the year. I thought they would be one of those 1 to 2 win teams this year, but they proved me wrong. Tyler Show, 22 of 27, 333 yards and 2 touchdown passes. How about that? Cam Ward was 21 of 40, 251 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cam Ward hasn't had a bad rookie campaign. Not at all. I mean, just growing pains. So same thing with Titans. You got yourself a decent quarterback to build around. Jacksonville Jaguars defeated the Colts by the score of 23-17. Now, let's talk about some of these stats. Looks like Jacksonville's Trevor Lawrence, 23 of 37, 263 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 1 interception. This is still a big win for the Jaguars as far as playoff implications. Phillip Rivers, the old man, 17 of 30, 147 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Say what you want. To be out of football 5 years, to come back and at least to compete, I mean, he's not doing a bad job at all. Bears lose to the Dolphins by the score of 20-17. Baker Mayfield had a horrible game. Baker Mayfield, 33 of 44. He had 346 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 terrible interceptions. Dolphins, Quinn Ewers was 14 of 22, 172 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So big win for the Miami Dolphins. Seahawks defeated the Panthers 27-10. Seahawks continue to roll. They're going to be huge in the playoffs. Sam Darnold, 18 of 27, 147 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. Zach Charbonnet had 18 carries, 110 yards. Kenneth Walker had 15 carries for 51 yards as the Seahawks combined for 163 yards rushing. So Sam Darnold, he didn't have to do much. He didn't have to do much at all. Bryce Young, 14 of 24, 54 yards. Not good, Bryce. 1 interception as well. Not good. Not good at all. Cardinals lose to the Bengals by the score of 37-14. Stats-wise in this game, Joe Burrow was 24-31, 305 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was sacked 3 times for 20 yards. Chase Brown had 22 carries, 101 yards. No use in even going over the Cardinals stats. Giants defeated the Raiders by the score of 34-10. Big road win for the Giants. Even though it's the Raiders, hey, that's still a good win because the Giants, this is just their 3rd win of the year, guys. Hey, shout out. Jackson Dart was 22 of 30, 207 yards. Tyrone Tracy had 14 carries for 62 yards. Raiders, Geno Smith, 20 for 28, 176 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. The rookie, Ashton Genty, 16 carries, 60 yards. Tough year for Geno Smith. Tough year. Who knows what they're going to do with him. The Eagles, the big game of the day, defeated the Buffalo Bills by the score of 13-12. The game of the day by far. Man, this game was tough and it was cold. Jalen Hurts was 13-27, 110 yards, 1 touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 19 carries, 68 yards. Josh Allen was 23 of 35, 262 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. James Cook III had 20 carries, 74 yards. So this was just a tough game that, went in Philadelphia's direction. And later on at 8:20, you got the Bears on the road against the 49ers. This is going to be a good game with playoff implications. Both teams come in this game at 11-4. I'm picking the 49ers. Of course, I got to pick Pastor Jerry's 49ers to win this game. So give me the Niners. Also, we have some games that took place Thursday on Christmas where the Minnesota Vikings defeated the Detroit Lions by the score of 23-10, and the Cowboys defeated the Washington Commanders by the score of 30-23, and the Broncos defeated the Chiefs by the score of 20-13. And Saturday, you had the Houston Texans defeat the Chargers by the score of 20-16, and the Ravens defeated the Packers 41-24. So we got some big games headed our way next year with playoff implications. All right, guys, let's talk some NBA. There's some great Christmas games also going on. Matter of fact, we're going to start Christmas Day. The New York Knicks defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers by the score of 126-124. Hey, I got to tell you, man, hey, I'm looking good on my picks with the New York Knicks and the San Antonio Spurs. That's all I got to say. The Spurs defeated the Thunder by the score of 117-102. So there you go. My Knicks and my Spurs won. My championship, picks. Looking good. The Warriors defeated the Mavericks by the score of 126-116. The Rockets defeated the Lakers 119-96. Boy, J.J. Redick was hot after this game. Nuggets defeated the Timberwolves by the score of 142-138. Friday's slate, you had the Heat defeat the Hawks. God, Hawks, come on. 126-111. The Hornets defeated the Magic 120-105. The Wizards defeated the Raptors 138-117. The Celtics all over the Pacers 140-122. The Bulls defeated the 76ers 109-102. The Grizzlies defeated the Bucks 125-104. The Suns defeated the Pelicans 115-108. The Jazz defeated the Pistons 131-129. And the Clippers all over the Trailblazers 119-103. That was Friday's slate. Saturday's slate, the Kings 113-107 over the Mavericks. The Magic 127-126 over the Nuggets. The Suns over the Pelicans 123-114, and the New York Knicks again, they defeated my Hawks 128-125, and the Heat all over the Pacers 142-116. The Bucks defeated the Bulls 112-103. The Rockets all over the Cavs 117-100. The Nets defeated the Timberwolves 123-107, and the Jazz 127-114 over the Spurs. As far as Sunday slate, you had a few games. Currently, right now, the Grizzlies are defeating the Wizards by the score of 88-84 at the end of the third quarter. The Celtics are trailing the Trailblazers 89-86 in the fourth quarter with 10 minutes and 45 seconds to go. And the Raptors defeated the Warriors in overtime by the score of 141-127. The Thunder bounce back win defeated the 76ers 129-104. Later on at 9, the Clippers and the Pistons tip off, as well as the Lakers and the Kings tip off at 9:30. So that completes your whole weekend, including Christmas, of the NBA. And we're going to jump into some men's college basketball. Not a lot of games going on this weekend. We're gonna go back to Saturday. Saturday, not a lot of games. You had Stanford defeating CSU Northridge by the score of 88-80. Duquesne over Cleary 99-49. And UNC Wilmington defeated Columbia, South Carolina by the score of 100-56. And then today, you had Texas Tech defeat Winthrop 87-57. And later at 8 o'clock, you got Gonzaga. They will go off against Pepperdine. So not a lot of college basketball as far as men that happened this weekend. All right, women's slate. You had Omaha defeat Briarcliff by the score of 90-81. And today you had a few games. You had LSU defeated Alabama State 109-41. I swear these girls done scored at least 100 points, at least 10 plus times this year. So shout out to the LSU Tigers as they continue to roll. South Carolina defeated Providence by the score of 96-55. Texas all over Southeast Louisiana 120-38. UCLA defeated Ohio State by the score of 82-75. Kentucky defeated Hofstra 80-42. Michigan State defeated Rutgers 70-64. Vanderbilt all over Stonehill 109-50. Ole Miss over Alcorn State 64-44, and number one UConn all over Butler 94-47, and finally Iowa 99 and Penn State 76. So yeah, that's pretty much wraps up all of the sports weekend as far as basketball and football. Guys, what a great day it has been. Started off with a fantastic interview with a big-time Notre Dame signee, Jonaz Walton. I couldn't be blessed anymore to have that interview. And guys, it has been, as I said, a fabulous holiday season. And I hope you guys continue to enjoy it this week and enjoy your New Year's Day. For I will be having a show Thursday night as we recap, because hey, we got some big games coming up. Playoff games start off New Year's Eve and they lead into the weekend, and we're going to talk about all that. But other than that, guys, you already know my saying: work smarter, not harder. Thank you again for listening to the Brutus J podcast. You guys have a blessed week, and I will talk to you soon.